after schooling, after your 12th standard, children can go for, there is a Space Technology Center in Trivandrum, Indian Institute of Space Technology. So it is like a separate exam happens like IIT, and those who are selected can get admission there. It is fully funded by the government, and job is assured by ISRO. So
Right.
there are a lot of opening and things are, and there is a lot of scope of space science in the future. As you know, many things depends on space. What we are talking today is a part of it. It utilizes the satellites.
Hello everyone, I'm Jitendra Singh, banker turned entrepreneur and author of the book Perfect Mastering the Art of Selling. I welcome you to read my story where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs and more. Today I have with me Dr. N.K. Srivastav. He was born in a small village in Madhya Pradesh. He did his Bachelor's of Science in Physics and Mathematics and Master's of Science in Physics. He worked part-time and took private tuitions to fund his college education. Later he completed his Ph.D. in disaster management in 2011. He completed his Ph.D. degree in disaster management in 2011. Initially, he worked as an ad-hoc lecturer in a government PG college. For 9 months. Later, he joined ISRO in January 1981 as assistant scientist. He worked on various roles and responsibilities. In 2016, he was elevated to the post of Deputy Director, Management Systems and Service Area. During his long tenure of 36 years in ISRO, he has been involved in various successful ventures and has led many teams in achieving significant accomplishments for the organization, and he has been honored with a silver plate by the Director General in Indian Coastguard in 2016. Contributed to about 50 technical papers on various operational related topics in national international seminars, workshops, represented ISRO in various national and international forums related to search and rescue and disaster management. After retirement in July 2017, he spent most of his time in reading, traveling, spending time with family, occasionally go for invited talks and participating in some of the meetings by invitation from ISRO. Today he will be discussing with us about his life journey. So let us hear from him. Welcome sir, the platform is open and now over to you.
Thank you, Jitendra. Really nice. Good morning to all of you. It is nice to be on this talk. It is really very interesting. You have given a very good introduction. We can start. You please go ahead with your questions.
Sure, sir. The first thing I'd like to know from you is we always have certain thoughts when we grow, we were growing and we would like to choose a career. So on that note, I'd like to know from you is how did your past life has affected the person you wanted to be in your life and what you are?
See, Jitendra, my past life was from a small village. There was no exposure of any kind of scientific or any bigger things to think about a career or all that. We were brought up in a very conservative family. Lot of restrictions in the sense we are not fully resourceful for taking up my studies for a higher education. I started from a government school in the village, and actually, I should say that my background has motivated me to do well in the life, because we were having a lot of difficulties in the family, financially and all that. And my father and mother, they were just working like ad hoc, any work what they get, they used to work and used to manage the family. We did not have any agriculture land or any property or something. So my education was fully government school and colleges and funded by my friends and well-wishers and all those things. So that has triggered me that so much of problems the family is facing and all these things. I should do well in my life. That was the only motivation I had, because I should bring out my family from the difficulties what they are facing today. So I should study very well and try to get a good job so that I can take care of my family. And that way I started from schooling. Then somebody supported me to go to college. Actually, I was merit holder and I was getting scholarship funded by the government. So my education in the school and colleges is funded by the scholarships, and parallelly I took some tuitions to get my pocket expenses and all that. So that way I started my career in the beginning. Later things went on well, and good people met, and well wishers and all the things. And my family gave me a good culture: work hard, be honest, be good to the people, and that way things have started. Yes.
That's really wonderful, sir. You have done so much hard work and effort to get your qualification initially and later part of your life when you were working. So on to this, if I talk about your passion, what are the things you are passionate about in your life?
Passion is that whatever I used to do with a full 100% commitment and hard work on honesty. So I used to be sincere in my study. When I got into the job, I was very sincere. I was working very hard and trying to make things as better as possible from my side. So my passion is to be 100% focused and committed to the work given to you, and do end-to-end work. Not that something you have done, something you left it. So that was my initial thinking, and that has worked for me.
Great, sir. And you are still, like after retirement, you are still doing so many things. So that is also kind of your passion and hobby only.
Yeah, that's true. See, when you are used to working in a organization of a reputation, then you cannot sit quiet. You have to keep doing something. And I generally keep myself well organized and planned. Anything, anytime happens, I am prepared for anything. So that is one more passion I have, that I should be well organized. Anytime I should not have any difficulty, or my things are well placed that way. And I do all planning for a year, 2 year, long term, short term plan. That is
okay. So whatever you want to do within next 1 year, you plan in advance, like how many books you want to read, how many places you want to travel, and all everything.
That is very true. Everything is planned. What is my financial status? What I should do with the money that I have? Where I should spend? Where I should invest? And I have read a lot of books on financial literacy and other things, so that I know how to manage the family and finances, and like plan a year, 2 year, 3 years kind of time, so that you are well prepared for that. Not simply something you just start and okay, I have to go tomorrow to that place. It doesn't work well. It means you have to face a lot of difficulties.
Yes, that is the area where most people lack. They don't plan, and they don't plan their financial aspect majorly. So that is the place or area where they struggle. So really an inspiration on that part, that you still do your planning related to finances as well. And I think we can talk about this thing in next interview probably, how to plan finances.
So, sure. I have done a lot of study on this, and I'm well prepared for it.
I'll invite you for that again soon. So, sir, moving on to the next one, if I talk about your work and experiences, like initially you worked 9 months as an assistant professor, then you joined as an assistant scientist in ISRO. How was your journey there? What all you did in a nutshell, I'd like to know from you.
Chitindra, initially when I started, I did not have a high aims. My goal was to get some job like a teacher in a school, like any clerical job, so that my family is supported, because we did not know much more than this. Because we used to see in a small village, a teacher is a well-reputed person, he's earning well, a bank clerk is getting a good salary. That time, in my time, the banking job was lucrative, and people my all colleagues who studied with me, they have gone for banking services. But somehow it did not click me, or I didn't get into this. I didn't apply for banking jobs at all. and I just did my BSc. Then I went for my MSc. MSc is I got good professors. They have supported me very well. I should mention one of the professor, Dr. Ram Srivastav, who was very good. He has funded me. He has given me full liberty to take books from library, do whatever I like. So he didn't, and he supported me in a hostel, getting the hostel, getting admission, everything he has done for me. So I am very thankful to the people who has come to support me. I think that question comes later, who all supported me. But I have to mention that he was a great person in my life. He has did a great job for me. So after my MSc, as soon as I finished my MSc, in government colleges, there used to be vacancies. Some professor has gone on leave or somebody is not available or something. So there was a vacancy like this in my area, and I applied for that, and immediately I got it. The moment I finished my MSc, I got a job. I was not free for a day also. So I started working as a professor. And during this working, I got a vacancy in ISRO, and I have applied for that. So from Madhya Pradesh I went for an interview in Sriharikota near Chennai. I did my interview. There were a lot of people, and I had no exposure. Even all these interview things used to be in English. I was not well versed with that. Somehow managed the interview, and I got selected there. And I joined ISRO in 1981. And from then onwards, things have gone well, and I have progressed after that in my job.
Great, sir. And you have worked there for 36 years. That was a long tenure. So, if you can share some of your experiences, how that goes, that will help, I think, many children to understand about what is the role of ISRO and how ISRO is so important for the development of India overall.
Yeah, I should say I was not particular about any particular job that I should do this only. I was open to anything given to me. So whatever job is given to me, I have taken it very seriously, sincerely, and I did very well. So I joined a center where we used to track the satellite and control the satellites. See, once the satellite is built, it is launched into the space, and then onwards it has to be maintained through remote control, through telemetry data, and tracking the satellites every day, a number of times, and keeping its health. So I worked for a satellite control system. Then later some other projects have come. So I was involved in search and rescue project. That was a new thing in 1988-89 at that time. And the team was formed, and I was put into the team. So we started working with the search and rescue at that time. Did very well. And then onwards, I continued to work for maybe 20-25 years in the same project. And I acquired a good expertise in the system there. And I established the system right from the scratch to what it is today. So that has worked very well. Then similar to that, there was another international system came up that is called space and disasters. So whatever natural disasters happens, they are pictured by the satellites. They take images of those disasters, like flood has come, earthquake has come. So what are the damages have taken place that are very well captured by the, and we can do the planning after the disaster, post-disaster support. So I became a member in the international group. There were that time around 14-15 space agencies of the world who are working for these things. Now all these agencies were supplying the data free of cost to the people who are affected by the disaster. Any country can apply for that and get the support. So that way I work for search and rescue, which I initially started was related to the ships and aircraft or a person. If any ship meets an accident or any ship disaster happens, there are radio beacons in the ship which gets triggered, and satellite picks up that signal, and picking that signal, they estimate where is exactly the accident happened. Similarly, if there is any air crash happens, every aircraft carries radio beacons, and that beacon gets activated by the impact of the aircraft. And we can precisely find out where exactly the problem has happened, and the support can be sent immediately without delay. Because any disaster, if you delay the support, I think people may not survive, aircraft or ships or anything. So this system, and also this helps. Suppose if people are going on an expedition to Himalayas or any other mountaineering area, and if they get into trouble and they are not able to contact anybody because there is no cell phone or something coverage, so they have a beacon. and small pocket size. They switch it on and satellite immediately picks up and determine where it is, and they send support to rescue the people. So that kind of system I worked initially, and in that process I have interacted with many countries. I have gone to many countries. I have represented our system and received a good recognition in the overall international scenario.
That's great to know how actually the disaster management works. What is the role of satellites on that part, and how immediate action can be taken by the government or the agencies immediately after the disaster have taken place or the accident have taken place, which can result into various lives. So really an important achievement on part of ISRO, as well as I must say you been part of that team. So really an interesting one. So you have learned so many things that help not only the team of ISRO but the entire nation, and I would say not only the nation but also globally many countries who were affecting with this problem, they were getting support from the team. So really hats off to that. Sir, coming back to you again, if I talk about your mission, vision and goal in life for next 5 to 10 years after, since you have been retired now. So now from here 5 to 10 years, what is your plans, goals or vision, mission?
Frankly speaking, Jitendra, I am working on what I have learned from my life, what mistakes I have made. So I feel whatever mistakes or problems I faced, our generation should not face. So I'm mentoring our family, our close friends, relatives, and things wherever we should be very careful. Like one thing is like financial planning is very important for the new generation who do not know much about it and spend time, and then they get realized in the later stage by the time it's too late. So that is the goal at the moment, and I am fond of traveling. So I go around the country and outside country and do travel. My daughter stays in Australia, so I spend maybe few months in a year there, 2-3 months every time. Recently I was there and returned just 15 days back here. So, and we have a small child, granddaughter, 5 years old. She keeps the life very lively, so I spend a good time with her and with the family.
Great, sir. So that's been really great, and the work you are doing after retirement is also an inspiration to many people, because after retirement, most people think now the life is like that. You need not to work, you need not to do anything in life. So really hats off. Sir, if I talk about your most important life lessons from your journey so far, could be your professional journey, could be your personal journey. What are those 2-3 things you would like to share with us?
See, my learning from the life is, I feel everybody has to be most sincere in the life. What they should do with the full focus, commitment. Then there is nothing difficult. You don't need to choose what you want to do. You can do anything, unless if you are a honest, sincere, transparent and focused to your work. So my take from the life is that you have to be more hardworking, sincere and honest in your job. That is the best thing which I learned, and I apply it everywhere I applied, and I got success through that. And the same thing continues in the future.
Right. So any more thing you would like to share with our young audience?
Yeah. One thing I was talking to you is like, you should have a planned life. You should have organized life. You should not take things just like that. So that I do planning and organized means what are all the things we should have. Suppose if I go to some office to get some work done, and I should not come back from there, oh, you didn't bring this, or it is required. I think about it, what I should carry with me, what is the job I'm going to do it, what are all the necessary, even if they have asked me or not, everything I carry with me, so that I try to do the job in a single go. So very important for a person to be planned and organized. That is the key for anything to do in the life.
Better to do a little extra preparation before you fail. So that will help you to complete your task in one go without much of a botheration, without wasting your time further. So that's really a wonderful thing, like everyone can follow. So you have been working with ISRO for quite long. That was a long tenure you spent there. So I'd like to know from you, like, what are the career options in space science? ISRO is one of the leading agencies globally. Also what is happening in this area of space science? I'd like to know from you is what exactly space science is and what is happening in this area?
There are so many options open for the youngsters to go in the space science and things. It is generally managed so far by the government. It is ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. Now government has opened up it. It is opened up to the industry. So not necessarily you should join ISRO alone. There are a lot of industries who are supporting ISRO now. So they can go into those industries also where they are making space components, they are making satellites, they are making rockets, so many things they are doing. And government has given a lot of support to startups in space industries. And apart from that, after schooling, after your 12th standard, children can go for, there is a space technology center in Trivandrum, Indian Institute of Space Technology. So it is like a separate exam happens like IIT, and those who are selected can get admission there. It is fully funded by the government and job is assured by ISRO. So there are a lot of opening and things are, and there is a lot of scope of space science in the future. As you know, many things depends on space. What we are talking today is a part of it utilizes the satellites. Suppose if I'm sitting some other country and I'm talking to you, it is through space. So space is a key factor today in the development of the world.
Right, and there are so many government scheme support available, which is also a great thing, which was not available earlier. Many startups are coming up in this space. They are working on creating support system for not only ISRO but for themselves as well. So we have seen some companies are working on creating drones and other objects which is required in space area. So further to this, if I talk about like kids these days, they are very curious about space science and technology. So if they want to choose the career in this field, so in a brief, what are the career options available for them and where they can start? One thing you already mentioned, that Trivandrum Center, that is a great learning center for people. So apart from that, what all career options available to them? Like one is area of which you were working as disaster management. There are certain areas, other areas also.
Yeah. See, when you are studying, you should be in a science stream, that is physics, chemistry, mathematics.
That is mandatory.
After that, you should go for any engineering stream like electronics and communication, computer science, mechanical engineering, all those things, and chemical engineering. These are also, there is a lot of application of chemical engineering in the space science while building the rockets and things. So once you do your basic bachelor degree with electronics or chemical or mechanical, you are eligible to apply for any kind of post for ISRO. And ISRO generally it is a India level recruitment. There will be an examination, then interview, and then based on that the selection process is there. And if you are an engineer with a good credentials, I think you should be, the children should be getting into it. And apart from ISRO, there are a lot of private industries also. They are also employing the engineers. So there is a lot of scope, and provided you have a really focus on that. If your aptitude is towards space and you have a good knowledge about things, what is happening today, you definitely get into it.
And also, sir, if we talk about IT, AI, AML and data science, these are also new technologies which are very prevalent these days and associated with these areas also.
Yeah, these technologies are used as a part of electronics and computer science, So when you do a control system for a satellite, all this technology is part of this. Without this AI and other things, you cannot do many things. Now things have become much better compared to the earlier. See, when you build a satellite, you need to have, for every system, you need to have a redundancy. If one system fails, another system should come into the. So these are all the things are done through in automatic mode using artificial intelligence, other computer programming and other things. So this technology has a lot of application into space science and development. I think they are very important, and the people coming with this kind of specific field have a lot of scope for getting into it. These are all specific areas, AI and those things. They are applied, but normally initially when you are young, you should have at least bachelor degree in electronics, communication, computer science. Apart from that, you can have any specialization, doesn't matter.
Right, right. Because every stream of like engineering and science is part
Mm.
of the space science, because that would be utilized one or the other part of the this area. So that's
Yeah.
really great. Sir, if we talk about all the projects which are happening related to space exploration, so there are other job areas also, like people who are going to space. They are also in demand these days. And also, if we talk about the fueling capabilities is increasing. That again is one of the wonderful areas of this area. So are we trying to build in more, like as an institution, ISRO is supporting institutions also to seek people for them to have a specialized knowledge, something related to any specific areas also, like private college and government colleges?
Yeah, ISRO is promoting colleges to develop some kind of small satellites. There is a project called small satellites. You would have heard that some colleges have prepared their own satellites, and ISRO supported them, and those satellites are launched into the space. ISRO also supporting young scientists. So
Right.
there are some orientation program. Just yesterday I saw there is a young scientist program starting from May 15th. And its registration is opening maybe from 20th. So young scientist program there, where they will be given all the facility, they will be given total orientation of space things, what is happening. So a lot of things ISRO is organizing, and a lot of quizzes, programs, everything. If you go to isro.in website, you will find all these things available there, and children really can take benefit of those things.
They also invite young people, like students also in their
Yeah.
center. They talk about what all technologies is used and how they can get motivated to take that field as the study of their specialization.
True, true. In On Science Day, we invite a lot of school children to our centers. We
Right.
take them around, we show them what is happening, what they can do. Children are very curious. They will ask questions, a lot of very good questions also, and they take interest. So that way, awareness is increasing in this field.
Correct. That is really needed, because when these children are aware of what all opportunities available in this area of
Yeah.
space science, aeronautics, then they would definitely love to explore more, and they would be the future team of ISRO probably, which will bring ISRO on to the next level, which we always focus and we always dreamt of. So that would be a great thing. So that's really great to hear all the career options available to related to space science and all, and how ISRO is supporting young people to spread awareness, knowledge, and kind of creating motivation among them. That is really a wonderful thing, and really a great step too. Sir, if I come back to you again, if I talk about you, so what kind of a person you are? Are you an introvert or an extrovert while meeting people or facing large audiences? And what do you think plus or minus of the same is?
Generally, I'm introvert. I don't mix with people so much, but I like to meet people. But audience and giving a talk, all those things, I'm not feeling comfortable sometimes. But being in the profession, I have to make a lot of presentation, technical presentation, which I have done for my organization in the country and outside country.
Right. So when it comes to like speaking about your career, your interest, your hobby, your work, you are extrovert. Otherwise, when you are at home or maybe on a place where you can relax, you want to be on your own.
Yeah, true.
Right. Great, sir. So if I talk about people supported you throughout your journey, who were the people supported you the most?
Most of the support I received from the teachers, my physics teachers. I really got lucky to have a good teachers in my graduation, in my post graduation, and some more teachers who are known to me, whether they are my teacher or not, but they are really a great people. They have guided me, motivated me to take physics as a career, and it was really nice. And after my education, when I joined my organization, a lot of my senior colleagues were very supportive to me, to bring me up. My directors, my head of the department which I am working for. So really you need a support in the sense a motivation and a freedom to work. So that kind of things I received from my seniors, and that has helped me to progress in my work.
Great, sir. Because support is really needed when wherever you are, and definitely it help you to keep going and help you to improve your capabilities, your learnings. Really important. So, if I talk about how you got your inspiration and motivation in your life, so what are these ways?
My inspiration is that since I wanted to be excellent in my education, whatever I studies, I used to derive motivation from my inspiration from my seniors, whom I used to see they are getting married, getting into university merit or something. I used to go and meet them. I used to talk to them. What is the secret of your getting a rank in the university and all those things? So generally, I was in a company of my seniors in the college who has been doing excellent in their academic career, and they used to be my good friends. So I always moved with the people who are with a good academic career, and that has given me a lot of inspiration. And I also got university ranks in my graduation and in my post graduation.
Right, that was the reason for your wonderful academic schooling and college higher studies. You always stood among top 3 students throughout.
Yes.
So that is a secret for every student who is watching and listening. If you want to score great scores in your academics, then definitely you need to indulge with people who are doing great in their academics. Then only you would be able to achieve higher scores.
That is very important.
Yes, sir. Sir, if I talk about your take on success, what do you think success is to you?
Success history. See, you when you are successful, you should feel that you have done something good work for the society or for the organization. So that is sense of fulfillment. When you get that sense of fulfillment, means something you have done and something. See, everybody does their routine job. If something more than that, if you have done, you stand out among the people, your colleagues, and all those things. I think that is a achievement. See, everybody does for themselves many things. That is for you, only to your personal things. But if you do for something outside your own family and from your own interest, then it gives a lot of satisfaction. Any concept or idea, if you get and it works, it really gives a lot of satisfaction, and you feel okay, something you have contributed additionally than what is routine given to you. See, in any organization, they don't ask you, they give you a organized some job that you should be doing always, something routine kind of job. Apart from that, what you do is matters most. So that gives you a more satisfaction and happiness when you accomplish something new. So in my projects or whatever I have worked for, I have done certain few things which have been new ideas, and that has worked well, and our system project has come up very well and recognized by nationally and internationally.
Great, sir. That's really wonderful. When you do extra, then definitely the recognition you get is definitely higher. And to overshadow other people, you need to do extra effort. That is definitely required. So we are on last question, sir. Any message, advice, or anything you would like to share with our viewers and listeners today?
See, advice is that people have to be very serious on their career and their education first. See, when you take up your school, college things, you have to be committed to that what you are doing. It should be, and parents have to support them very well, because in the initial stage, children do not know the importance of their career and education, how they should take care of it forward. So parents plays a key role, and then their teachers in school and colleges. Sometimes you would have seen in our society, some parents spend more time in a society. Suppose there is some celebration, some function, that they don't bother the child will suffer loss in education. They will take them there. They will in society they move more. But I have seen some parents, even if whatever great thing happening, they don't even participate if there is something a child is studying or his exams or tests are there. So parents have to be more serious about the children education. Another thing is that they should be more committed. You should create a habit in the children that they like what they are doing. and they should be allowed to do what they like. See, there is no job that is not good. Everything is a good for you. If you like something, you can excel in that. I would like to tell you, when I was assigned some project which was not liked by many people. Okay, it is not a career prospect is not good. You don't have more benefits in this and all that. But okay, I took it, no problem. It is, and I put my 100% into it. Now I have seen that this project this program has come up well, and after few years of working, it was a great success, and people wanted to come to my area to work with me.
Right.
So no work is less important. Everything is very good.
Definitely, it's the best thing anybody can start thinking on. Whatever you are doing, think in a way that you can do it the best possible way as compared to others. When you do that, definitely you would achieve higher success as compared to other people doing the same thing. So that's really important. And also, until unless you are sure of your work, you cannot work better, and you cannot make other people trust that you can work better.
Yeah. Another thing is time. One should know the importance of time. So you should make use of time without wasting it. That is key.
Very important, because time is the most crucial, most important, most precious thing on earth.
And finally, the people with whom you move. I told you, if you are the good people, you really get motivated and you want to do more and more.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. That is the only reason why I am conducting these interviews, because I love interacting with people and I gain so many things from them that really makes me motivated, inspired, and as well as being aware about so many things. Like, I was not aware of the area you are working on, the area ISRO is working on. I was having some basic ideas, but not that deep. So I must say that today's interview is really important for me to understand what is the role of ISRO on overall development of nation, and also how it is impacting our life in a positive way. So, which is again very important thing. So I must say, sir, it is really an amazing interview with you. You have shared so many wonderful things about ISRO, about space science, about technology which we are using in ISRO, and which are the part of the futuristic growth of space science and all. So that was really wonderful to hear about. Thank you so very much, sir, for wonderful sharing all those things. And I'm looking forward to invite you again for other topics also, because you have so vast experience which definitely can help us to know, learn, and experience. Thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you, Jitendra. It was nice. Pleasure to talk to you. You really have a good background of interacting with any kind of people. You are clear about your questions and your thinking. Thank you so much. My all the best wishes to you and for the future generations for whom you are working.
Thank you so much, sir. I will also share your social media link with the interview, so that people who are curious, who are interested to know more about this area, they can connect with you. Thank you so very much, sir. And guys, don't forget to check that out too. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of information and enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you.